Turn the beat up a little bit. Hey yo, hey yo. I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a million times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Yeah, 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 yeah. About to go down. Break it down. Can't deny me. Why would you want to? You need me. Why don't you try me? Baby, you want to. Believe me.
Hello. I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm having a dinner party and I seem to have run out of coffee.
You can be anything you want to be there.
You can see anything you want to see there.
There's excitement in the air for you and me there. Fancy free there, take your family there, but you've got to be there.
Yeah.
You just got to be there. You'll feel free there. You'll be what you want to be. See what you want to see. 7 holds the key there. Be there. Got to be there.
Just got to be there.
Just you and me there.
You just got to
be there.
to be there. Be there. The time is now. Be there.
You've got to be there.
Yeah.
You just got to be there. You'll feel free there. You'll be what you want to be. See what you want to see. There'll be you and me there. Be there.
Hello customers, it's nearly 6 o'clock. Pack up and piss off.
Hello! Come on in, come on. Shut door behind you.
Hang on, we've got a weird echo.
Oh, we've got weird echo.
Let me sort that out.
I better close my legs.
We've had technical problems.
It's like we're in the...
Hello. We've got really bad feedback and technical stuff going on.
It's like we're in a bucket. Is that it? Is that better?
I don't know. Can you guys hear us? Let us know how is it? How can you hear us? Is there a horrible echo? Can you hear an echo?
We'll just have to wait 20 seconds, won't we, for it to...
Yeah.
Oh, that's better, isn't it? Is that all right?
No, I can... It's still
what have you
weird.
done?
No, I've not done anything. It's updated my software today, which is...
They're saying we're loud and clear.
always a bit of a worry when software updates.
It updates while you're in bed. It's annoying.
That's off, so that shouldn't be. Who knows?
As long as you can hear us, that's fine.
We've got a bit of feedback this end, which I'm going to have to try and work out what's going on.
There ain't nothing going on but the rent. I've had a lovely week.
Bit of feedback. You've got a bit of feedback your end.
Was that feedback about us or just sound feedback?
Oh, honestly, I genuinely don't really know what to do.
Have you done something new to this microphone?
No, hang on. Let me do that. How's that? Any better?
No, I can sort of hear that.
Any better now?
Oh, it's like we're in a tin.
Off. It's a little muffled.
What have you done?
I haven't done anything. It's the computer's done it. Yeah, I don't know.
We don't know what's going on. Is that better? That sounds all right, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're going to keep ourselves a little bit quiet. It's like echoey. It sounds like we're in a box, doesn't it?
It sounds like we're in a tin room. Made of lead and tin.
You're getting quieter, a bit fuzzy.
Oh.
It's fine. I don't know. You're all telling us different things. Volume is very low. Horrible. Let me see what I can do. Any better? How's that? You can measure here. Can you hear my beeping?
I can hear bleeping.
Oh dear, my loves. I don't know what to do. Let me turn this right down. And I'll turn that up.
That's better.
It's better at our end, but is it better your end? Yeah, and we're out of sync. We can see that now. It's a bit tinny. Got a feedback screech.
Too quiet.
Too quiet. Sounds quiet, guys. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Is it these things here? These bits? But they've got red X's near them.
No. It's better now. That's better. Better now. Much better, says my dad. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm fiddling with a little...
We've got grommets in the speakers.
Yeah, I've got like virtual inputs and things going on over here. Much better, people says. All fine on Facebook. Size Limbo's toenails have come off because we're so loud. Fine now. Look, we'll
just have to carry on.
We'll carry on.
We don't want to cut the link.
Who's in? Who's through the doors? So Dave was first in. Dave, hello.
Hello, Dave.
Dave, you've not been here for weeks.
He's been busy, hasn't he?
We've been worried about you.
He's been busy over in them Americas.
Mad Aberfan, Claire B80, Mark the Vicar came in, then Chuck Trow from New England, New Hampshire, Kim Peterson from Denmark, Will Venus, Will's Wigs and Makeup, Ian Allardyce, Size Slimbo, who again has been missing a couple of weeks but is back, Jens from Denmark, Paul McFarlane, Ian Allardyce, I think I mentioned, Cilla Black. Cilla's here. Helen Boulter is in. Helen, thank you so much for your email, for your generous tip, and for the recommendations. We're gonna watch Malcolm because I think it's right up my street.
It's right up Strasser, isn't it?
A 7 Network, Sandra Brown, Andrew Chapman. Who else is here? Kim Peterson, John Anderson, Coral Daft.
Hello,
is in.
Coral.
Hi, Coral. Thank you for your lovely, generous donation. Nibbles and Bubbles.
Hello, loves.
Or it might just be Bubbles, not Nibbles.
But he might be watching tomorrow.
He might be watching tomorrow, so good morning, Chris. Rob T is here. Dan Gleacock, is in. Angela Larson says happy hump day. Angela's in California, I think. Dan Gleacock, Alex Johnston, Caroline Ibbotson, Thomas from Wolverhampton, Fanny is in. Fanny Craddock? Fanny. Oh, a Fanny. Who else is here? I've gone all quiet because I'm worried about that feedback.
Dale Ibbotson.
Dale
Hello, Dale.
Ibbotson is in. Pip is in. Pip says we're a bit tinny, but hopefully we're not too tinny now. I've got to get all this sorted because I'm teaching here this week.
Mark Vicker, you're a pop top.
Anthony Berry.
Hello, love.
Who else is here? BG Bear. Linda Hughes with the sound advice, turn it off and turn it on again. I kind of feel like doing that. Europop Top. Dan Gleacock. I think we're about there. That's about it. Lynn Bradshaw from Poland.
Oh, there's a lot in that room tonight, isn't there?
There is, and over in the Facebook, right up to the top.
Lovely Martin Gatton Spence. I think Mark Monday of Pearson was straight in.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not going up to my top comments. Everything's gone haywire today.
Oh, chuffing hell, there's grommets everywhere. Lovely Dame Sue Neal. Lovely Deeks is in the house. Lovely Richard Bobbins Duffer. Kate Riding, Cindy McDuffie. Martin Gatton Spence.
Hang on. Everything's gone haywire.
Natalie Fairley, lovely Keith Wellens, Spencer Carter, Joel William Herzeldine, Darren Riley, Neil Sandwell, who is Lady V in tonight, my brother Mishmash, hello, Suzanne Hatchard, Richard Bobbins Duffer, Rich Dudley,
Cindy McDuffie. I think Ava Primrose is here as well, who should be in bed, but I think she's ill, so she's allowed to stay up.
Yeah, stay. We'll cheer her up. Ivad Cram, Debbie Coxhill, the Maudsleys are in, my lovely in-laws, Anne and David.
Gary and Debbie, are you better now? I think it was Debbie. Are you better?
Lovely Rachel, Gabriel Chassé. We've realised is a man, not a lady.
We thought you were a lady. Sassy Chassis. You're still Sassy Chassis in our eyes.
You're still sassy. Everybody's sassy in this room. Lovely Jason Rigby, Philippus, Icombus, Brachy, I always have trouble with his name.
Yakiomus
I think I'm just calling Philippus Pussy. Philippa Pussy. Lovely Lisa Driscoll and Nikki Baxter. Hello, Nikki love. Tobias Cordingly. Do you know I'd be awful on that thing? When you got like autocue. Lovely Paul Esselmont, Joel William Hazeldine, Cole Marshall, Sean Witcher, Jill Mariner,
Jill
Peter
Mariner's
Thomason.
just popping in and out. She's just come
Popping
home
in,
from
popping out.
surgery with minor operation.
Chuffing hell, love. Get well soon. Lovely Mark Hall.
Alex is not home from work yet.
Oh,
let us know, Mark. Let us know when Alex gets in, because I've got a treat for you boys.
I don't think that's everybody in the Facebook snug.
And we're almost in sync. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. The sync thing. That might be our internet. Do you know what? Our internet is being dug up in the road, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we're getting all modern. They're digging like the thing, and because we're all like wires at the back with birds on them, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. We're telegraph poles, but they're putting in cable. Scarborough's going cable.
So hopefully we'll go high tech soon. Hopefully.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's what's causing our woes. Sarah Simpson has just joined us. Hiya, Sarah. Bridget Charleston is here. First time live. Welcome, Bridget. We just chummed her on about all sorts, so welcome to the party.
Just welcome to the wig and sling back. Pull up a chair, but don't drag it. Just pull it.
We have Pigwig.
Oh, there she is there, on a little blanket. Chilling
out. We wanted to start today by mentioning Linda Barron.
Yeah, well, lovely Linda Barron passed away this week. Linda was throughout my childhood, entertaining me from when I was a wee lad. Was also very fortunate to meet her a couple of times because she used to come and see our plays, didn't she?
Yeah, when we performed in London.
Yeah. One of the actresses in the play was really good friends with Linda, so Linda would come along and support us. Lovely lady, very, very sad to hear that she's passed away. Wonderful career, great career. Doctor Who and Yentl and, Open All Hours. That's just the tip of the iceberg. And of course, we can't forget Auntie Mabel and Pippin. So she entertained both young and old. So we'd just like to raise a little glass to the lovely Linda Barron.
Cheers. Yums. Well, and on that note, it's International Women's Day a couple of days ago. Might have even been yesterday. We want to know, who are your inspirational women? Who are the brilliant women in your life? Who are the brilliant women on TV? Who is like your female role model? Who's the Wonder Woman for you? Brilliant women in my life. My mum is, of course, like totally the most brilliant woman in my life.
Yeah.
Kind of my best friend as well as my mum. She's watching. Caroline, my best friend for many, many years, is again another brilliant woman in my life. And then famous, we have French and Saunders, Victoria Wood, and Caroline Aherne. For me.
Well, for me, it's all my mum, my late mum, who passed away in 2004. She's always with me. She's in here in my heart. I get I've got a lot of her mannerisms. Her humour, a good spirit. My nanas, again, both passed on, but still with me. Gutsy northern women, the whole lot of them. And I was surrounded by women when I was growing up. The women or the neighbours gossiping over the garden wall, which is why I must probably love all the comedy heroes that I do.
Mark Wootton has said Sherry Stump is his Woman of the Year.
She is. She's actually become quite a popular woman of this week.
She has.
I saw her name on the back of the bus shelter. Yeah. So yeah, she's.
Who have we got? Miriam Margolyes, Mrs. Slocum, Linda Carter. Scylla says obviously it's her for herself.
The whole cast of Sobek H.
Hilda Baker. Barbara Streisand, Dolly Parton. Yeah, Dolly. Oh, Dolly's up there, isn't she?
Yeah.
Karen Dunbar. Don't know who Karen Dunbar is. Maybe, do you know? Is that a name I should know?
I've not heard. I've not heard of. The thing is, though, we should be celebrating these wonderful women every day of the year.
Don't bang the desk.
We just don't. Oh, sorry. I get so excited sometimes. I want to beat it like a drum.
Helen Boulter wants to know why you're not allowed to bang the desk.
Because I make everything wobble.
Because everything then wobbles.
Because his table's wobbly. Look.
Everything wobbles, and we're held together by paper clips here. So we don't want to go any tinnier. Grannies, Dave's Grannies, Sherry Stump, Dolly Parton, Frida from ABBA.
Maggie Bog, says Martin Gardens. Well, she did try and get the buses running again.
Angela's late aunt Dottie, Eutha Joyce, Joan Collins. Yeah, Joan's up there for me as well. Karen Dunbar's a Scottish comedian. Kathy Burke, one of the funniest women alive. Miss Hathaway from the Beverly Hillbillies. Another Maggie Bog over here. Liz Smith, Liz Sladen, who was Sarah Jane in the Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Dixie. David.
The house is full of energy. The house is full of energy. Has anyone mentioned Divinity? Has she got a mention?
She hasn't got a mention.
Oh, poor Divinity.
My cousin's mentioning her nan. Now, my cousin's nan, I remember my cousin Lucy's nan having a beehive, and I don't know if she did, but I remember her having quite a glamorous beehive in the sort of late 70s, early 80s. And she used to make confectionery, sweet things, cakes, but we called them, and Lucy as well, gungy goos, because they were the most sickly sweet little things you could ever imagine. So yeah, my cousin's nan and her gungy goose is up there as a brilliant woman.
She just put those little silver balls on, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. Those little things that are like ball bearings. Sue Neal says Divinity is her inspiration.
Now there's a woman of the world, Dame Sue Neal.
Yeah, Sue Neal's a brilliant inspirational woman.
What she hasn't done is, she's done everything, Dame Sue Neal. Haven't you, love? We know because she's our mate. Yorkshire
Bus Guy said, not forgetting the very funny, often underrated Lisa Tarbuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Lisa Tarbuck. Lisa Tarbuck on a Saturday evening's a great listen.
My brother's reminded me that my nana had a beehive.
Nana.
Nana Yates.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Tish and Red it was.
What did Nana Gibbons have?
Just like a proper, like, black, curly hair.
Like, Ida Clough.
Yeah, good for wrestling. But my Nana Yates used to wear, like, pink chiffon blouses.
Did she?
Oh, yeah. She used to be right Bobby Dazzler.
She was a bit of a sassy chassis.
Yeah. Chiffon blouses with a little, those sort of dresses with no sleeves.
Fanny Craddock has been mentioned.
Yeah.
One of Alan's heroes, Fanny Craddock.
I love Fanny Craddock, yeah.
Nikki Baxter said Sigourney Weaver in the Alien films.
God, she kicked ass, didn't she?
Yeah, well, do you want to know a secret? I've never watched the Alien films.
Have you never watched it?
No, I don't think I've seen any of the Alien films. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not the prequels. And one of my friends is killed in the prequels, so I should really watch it.
You haven't watched Aliens, but you watched Booksmart.
Yeah, Booksmart was good, and Juno. Now, Nikki, we're going to have to disagree here on Margaret Rutherford being the only Miss Marple. I was chatting to someone this week, Stephen Tolbert, I don't know if he's in, about Miss Marple, and Joan Hickson is my Miss Marple, definitely. Yours?
Joan Hickson. But I can honestly say I've never seen a bad Marple.
Angela Lansbury. And
What's
you know
wrong?
I love the Lansbury.
It's just okay. What, the mirror cracked?
Cracked.
From side to side. I think all the Marples are great. I love Geraldine McEwen, and I thought she was great. What's her name? The one that did the last one. Oh, best wishes to Alan.
French Fields.
Yes. What's her name?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, my brain.
My brain's gone. Anton Rogers and
Oh my God, I can't remember what her name is.
Julia Mackenzie.
Julia Mackenzie. I quite like Julia Mackenzie's version. I liked all of them. But I know why Margaret Rutherford's popular.
Mark Wootton said Cher has to be up there.
What,
Cher
as a Marple?
Cher never played Miss Marple, did she?
She'd
be awesome.
Yeah, wouldn't she be great? but just dressed in what she normally wears. I think there's been a murder.
Margaret Rutherford's theme tune is by far the best, though. It's a proper little beat. I can imagine me doing some Fosse isolations around the
one of the
kitchen
Miss Marples was on TV the night with Jen Hickson, and the one that goes, "Hello there, Gwenny."
Yeah, that one's creeped me out. And whenever I see it, I say, I can see poppies and sunflowers on this wall.
Shouldn't there be a door here?
Cher has not been Miss Marple, but there's a little seed there for us all.
Yes, Mark Wootton. Sherry loved her pencil drawing that you did of her. It was absolutely wonderful.
I think Sherry shared it.
She did, yes. She shared it with Cher.
She shared it. Caroline Ibbetson's very concerned about coping stones.
Oh, coping mechanisms.
Now, we can assure you that Mark and Alex were successful in their search for coping stones.
They got them delivered. It was about 30, wasn't it?
They got them delivered to their place in Wales.
But they're apparently as rare as hen's teeth.
I'm not sure if they've put the wall up yet, but they got their coping stones.
But yeah, they got them, and I think they're going to keep us up to date with that.
Nibbles and Bubbles are addicted to Poirot and Marple.
Oh, yes, I love them both. Ooh.
Now, Nibbles and Bubbles had to miss Death at the Nile at the cinema this weekend.
Oh, because she wasn't well.
She wasn't well, yeah, so, sorry you missed it. But it'll be out on DVD or streaming sometime soon.
And we'll be watching your third update tonight, won't we? Of the Paris trip?
We will. We'll be tuning in. Day 3 of Nibbles and Bubbles' mega trip to Paris Disney has just gone up today. So we'll be tuning in to that.
See what they got up to. The last episode, they got ever so tiddly, didn't they?
They did get tiddly in day 2.
Wine here, Irish coffee's there.
They did some daytime drinking.
Bubbles.
Daytime drinking and then...
Whiskies, glowing in the dark cocktails.
Probably illegally riding on Dumbo or something whilst they were pissed.
And so they should. Lovely holiday.
I'm a little bit angry with Disney at the moment.
Why?
Because Disney's in Florida and is doing nothing to stop the don't say gay ruling. In fact, I think they're funding people who are behind it a little bit. So there's this law in Florida that teachers can't say gay anymore. Can't you talk about it? So if you're gay, it's kind of ignored. So it's going back to what we had in the 80s.
With her.
Yeah, with
the
Thatcher.
Iron Lady.
And if you admit you're gay, a teacher's they have to tell your parents. They have to out you to your parents. Not happy about that.
Odd.
A little bit of a step back in time.
Strange. Well, look who they had for 4 years.
Yeah, Florida's an odd little place, an odd little corner of America. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, sort it out, Florida.
It's going to be sorted out, but I'm not going to tell you, Dave. I'm not going to get into your politics of your country. You know more than me. I don't have much faith in the president at the moment. I didn't have much faith in the last president. I don't have much faith in our prime minister. The world's going to shit. We're going to get nuked. Who knows?
Crazy times.
I had a little cry today about the news.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, I had a little cry up here on my own about the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The world has gone to pot. Awful.
Here we go. Dave has said, news update. Disney CEO says the company opposes the Don't Say Gay bill and will meet with Governor DeSantis. So fingers crossed we are going to...
I would imagine they employ a lot of gay people, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, Disney. Screaming. So we are, yeah. What a weird week it has been of news and everything like that. We are, hopefully you're hearing us. Hopefully we're in sync. We're going to cut over to the adverts while we have a little look at these technical settings. Be back very soon.
Have you got the time on you?
Time for a break, I'd say.
Hey, it's big.
I think we can safely say that.
Have you ever seen one that big?
No.
Kit Kat is bigger, 10% bigger.
It's amazing how they got it into the wrapper.
Have a break. Have a bigger Kit Kat.
You really shouldn't, you know. No, but I can't resist toffee crumble. On a stick? Yes, Lime's made new favourite centres. There's toffee crumble, coconut flake, chopped mint, and triple chopped too. All wrapped in delicious, devilish top coating, then frozen onto sticks. Shall we confess to having had favourite centres? What do you think we should? Lime's made favourite centres, frozen on a stick.
Simon, can I interest you in an amazing new experience?
Well, that rather depends.
It's called Whisper, and it's made entirely from milk chocolate. But it is very different.
Well, how odd. I thought the chocolate was just chocolate.
Oh, no. This is from Cadbury, see? It has this yielding, velvety texture to it, which can only be described as indescribable.
Absolutely extraordinary. You know, that's the most pleasurable experience I've ever had.
I can well believe that.
Cadbury's new Whisper, the ultimate chocolate experience. Bite it and believe it.
Look at this. Stylish, isn't it? Guess who makes it? Well, this VHS video. Lots of functions. Any ideas? This microwave. The very latest technology from one of the world's largest manufacturers. Like this radio cassette. They all carry the same name, but it's not one of the ones you're thinking of. Look. Samsung. 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 You pay for our product, not our name.
Bend. Bend. Bend.
Well, Yuri hasn't got the power.
Bend.
Maybe he has.
And you could have the power, too. Yes. National Power. And PowerJet.
Prospectus is now available. Offers close Wednesday, the 6th of March.
Makes want to know, we go for Thai food.
You only get an ooh with Thai food.
Ah,
We're
they
back.
brought memories back, didn't they?
They did indeed.
And a lot of you guessed the link between them all.
Yeah, Heidi Hi. Heidi Hi.
Do they still make Thai food tea bags?
I don't know, we get Yorkshire tea, didn't we?
Yeah.
Thomas Corrigan is in the house.
Hello,
Hey,
Thomas. How are you? He says his dad met Roy Kinnear.
Roy Kinnear was one of my favourite actors. Rory Kinnear is one of my favourite actors as well at the moment. I think Rory Kinnear is a great actor. I remember I saw him in Man of the Mode.
Yeah.
National.
We saw that, didn't we?
Yeah, and I was just blown away by him and thought, oh, who's that? And then I looked and he was called Rory Kinnear. And I went, oh, is he Roy Kinnear's son? And it annoyed me a little bit, but then I got over it.
Oh, really?
Only because you get a bit annoyed, and then you think, actually, do you know what? Of course he's going to go into the same job as your dad. Most people.
His dad had got long one, hadn't he? By the time he started acting.
Yeah. He died when Rory was a teenager.
Late 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On the Musketeer film.
Anthony Berry says we're a bit clearer on his TV, not as echoey as we were on his computer. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the sound. I'm going to have to do some testing.
It might have to be like turn on, but we're not going to do that now.
No, because I did an update of the software that we use to stream to you. I did an update about an hour ago because it said you due an update. So I've updated it.
It's much
some sort of setting in there.
Yeah,
is gone.
send it to some kind of default.
Here she has arrived as well. We couldn't find the soup on our dad with the Hoovers, but we found a little range of them. Silverrat says I'm a bit distant. I'm kind of my head's thinking of technical stuff now.
Let it go, love. Let it go. Think of that Frozen song.
We have for you tonight again a top 5. So I can't remember who suggested this one. We asked for suggestions of what we should do as our top 5. I can't remember who suggested it, but it is our top 5 sitcoms, which was really tricky. We keep freezing on Facebook for Gary and Debbie. I'm not sure if it's your connection or ours, but yeah, we can't do anything. It says here we've got excellent connection here and no dropped frames, so I'm not sure.
Grommets are everywhere.
Gillian McShane's watching via YouTube on the telly and chatting away on her phone and got no problems. So yeah, I hope we're okay. Top 5, yes, sitcoms. So impossible task. Did you find it hard?
Oh, so yeah, my life revolves around sitcoms. I mean, if I'd have about 300 or more sitcoms.
I'm going to pause proceedings because Alex Clark is in. So I have a treat for Alex and Mark. So it's only about a minute long. This is a treat for everyone, really, but they mentioned it last week. So I scoured the vaults. And here's a little special treat. Alex and Mark, this is for you.
We're getting very original meals all of a sudden.
Oh, did you notice?
Of course, don't I always?
Well, it's my new meat cookery book from Oxo. I thought I'd try a new recipe.
The young Scylla had an Oxo recipe of her own. It didn't come from a book.
I helped myself to an orange and I helped myself to an Oxo cube. I guess I was so eager to eat the orange and the Oxo that it all blended into one. And I thought, oh, I like this. And doesn't that look fabulous? And this is and I started eating it. I come home from school one day and went to the larder, found some fruit and the Oxo. And I was going through the ritual of rubbing the Oxo on the orange juice. And it was lovely. Oh, it was so good. And then I thought to myself, my God, it's Friday.
A young Scylla rushed to a neighbour's for advice.
Will I be able to take Holy Communion on Sunday because I've just eaten an Oxo with an orange? And she said, no, love, you can't.
wrong, illicit, and against the law of God.
You have to go straight away to confession and confess. Now, for a child.
Oh, chuffing hell. I could have done without seeing that close with her licking that puckered orange.
Questions have come in from the States. What's an OXO?
It's actually a stock cube.
It's like beef in a cube, isn't it? You make gravy out of it.
I think in America you get your stock already made, don't you, in cartons. This is sort of like something you add to water, then get your stock that way. They're like crumbly little dice.
Didn't ladies used to black up using it in the war?
What
Didn't they used to make stockings out of it?
Well, their legs, not black up their face. Gravy browning they used to use, the liquid gravy browning on their legs, like suntan lotion.
Now, Alan and me are both vegetarian, but we would love to encourage Mark and Alex to try that for us and report back. In fact, anyone, please rub an OXO cube into
half an orange, and lick the puckered bit in the middle. Puckering. Lick an OXO puckered orange.
Oh, Linda Lee says, "Oh, silly, a dirty cat." And Jason Darcy says, "Oh, silly, you are a mucky pup."
Oh, she was a mucky pup.
Here she is. Did you like that? Erica thinks you'll have loved that. And Scylla says she had to confess that OXO habit. She couldn't hide it anymore.
I like the fact that there was an interview in a kitchen and then an interview in the back of a car.
With a chauffeur car, but she still had that orange. Alex Clark says gravy browning and an eyebrow pencil up the back, but I don't know if it's...
That's about the legs.
Oh, that's the legs, okay.
Not Scylla's puckered orange.
Alex and Mark are going to try it. Couldn't you use a veg OXO? I don't think it would be the same. I think there's something about...
I think it's that harsh, bitter gravy taste.
My sister-in-law has come in saying she eats oranges with salt. It's delicious.
Well, that's quite similar because an OXO would be quite salty, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, Marcia. Marcia was at the hospital today. I hope that went all right for you, Marcia. And who's in the hospital? Oh,
Joanne Gray's still in hospital.
Back in hospital.
Yeah, she went over the weekend, then she collapsed again, and then she's been sent back. But she says to everybody that she loves you. She's fine. She's in hospital again, but sending you a love. And of course, we send it all back to you, Joanne. We mention her every week, and she always sends a little update, doesn't she?
She does. She keeps in touch, lets us know how she is. Mark Wotton's going to try it with Aldi's version of OXO. Please do. Sue Neal says she might use Marmite, and Alex says he's thinking of going a little bit exotic and having pineapple and bisto.
Oh, yeah. Or a tangerine with a blob of wasabi.
Anyone ever, Cy Slimber, anyone ever put pepper on a strawberry? No, but I had someone used to have strawberry with balsamic vinegar. But he was a millennial I used to work with.
Black pepper and strawberry works, doesn't it?
I think so. But I have cucumber in my gin. What would I know with pepper? So the top 5.
Mouse orchestra there.
So top 5. No, they can hear it clearly.
Oh.
I've turned all our speakers right down, so we can't. So we're not hearing that feedback. So then it's not going through the microphone. Anywho, I of course in my top 5 TV shows mentioned comedies, so they're not going to be repeats. So obviously, right at the top of my list is The Comeback with Lisa Kudrow.
Number 5, is it?
No, these are not in the list because I've already said them.
Oh, right.
The Comeback, Spaced, and Strangers with Candy. They are kind of out there as sitcoms which I adore. Do you want me to start or do you want to start?
No, you can start this week.
Start, okay. Number 5. We're going to have such different tastes. You get a little insight into our world now because we have such different taste really in telly. My top 5, my number 5 is Seinfeld. I love it. When I worked at the bookshop in Covent Garden, we used to do little Seinfeld like stings when we were just doing daily chores. I love it. It was on when I was doing A-levels, I think, and it was on BBC. They used to throw it away at like really weird times of the day and weird days of the week. So it was always on late night, but it was be at like midnight on a Wednesday, and then the next week it was on Tuesday night at 11:30. But I loved it. It was I thought it was very clever. I don't think there's many bad episodes in it, which is one of my criteria for choosing my top 5. It had to be consistent. And Seinfeld for me was consistent.
And was that written by Larry David?
By Larry David, and it's kind of a little bit biographical, I guess, about Larry David. Similar to Curb Your Enthusiasm. A lot of the things going on in it. There's a whole series where Seinfeld writes a sitcom about people in a flat. So he basically writes sitcom, and then they cast actors who are going to be in it, and yeah, it's good. I love Seinfeld. It's up there.
My number 5 is George and Mildred. When I was really young, I remember seeing George and Mildred on TV, loving the theme tune, loving the sort of comedy, and seeing this beautiful woman dressed in these beautiful colours, looking vibrant. And then, from the age of like 8, they disappeared and life went on. And of course, poor Eutha died in 1980. So that's why it was the end of George and Mildred. And of course, it was years before I was able to see George and Mildred again. It wasn't until I was like in my 20s when it became on. I think it was Granada Plus.
Yeah, and I started watching it with you then.
And it just brought back so many memories. And I love it. I love the movie. I love the 3 or 4 series they made. And of course, Man About the House is where they began their journey. But George and Mildred is a big part of my life. So that's my number 5.
So for Dave and Gabrielle and Chuck and George and Mildred.
Over there is
No,
you're thinking of Steptoe.
Three's Company is Man About the House. It's like the spin-off about.
I mean, it might be called the Ropers. Is it called the Ropers?
Could be called the Ropers.
I think in Spain or something it's called Los Ropers.
Gillian McShane, she's saying she's nailing her colours to Alan's top 5 here, Team Alan. But there is Dave's loving a bit of Seinfeld. Man Hands episode is up there. Double Dipping episode. Number 4. They're going to be such different choices. Number 4. Hang on. This one. The Office. Ricky Gervais's The Office. I thought it was kind of a game changer of sitcoms. That performance that he does in that specifically, I think is just brilliant. I think the whole cast is great, in fact. A little bit of me is so annoyed that I didn't get an audition for it, just to be one of the main staff, because a girl in my agency was one of those girls, and another girl that I know is one of the kind of background people. I love it. I think it's kind of 2 seasons and a special, so it doesn't go on too much. I think all the episodes are just perfect. I think the whole storyline and the story arc is brilliant. I'm not including the film because I think that's a bit rubbish. Love it. And my friend Stacey Rocker is in season 2, isn't she? She came to our wedding. One of my friends from school and from youth theatre, Stacey, plays kind of the new girl in The Office who does the Saturday Night Fever dance, and that David Brent then does his dance too. But yeah, The Office is up there as my number 4.
My number 4 is a really odd one. I'm not sure whether some of you know it. It's called For the Love of Ada, which was made in the sort of 70s or 80s. And it was just a really gentle comedy written for Irene Handel and Wilfred Pickles. And it's such a gentle comedy about these 2 old pensioners who meet each other and they become an item, and it's all about their courtship and their marriage. And it was just a great vehicle for these 2 old actors. And it's so lovely. It's something I watch when I'm not feeling very well.
I think the film of it was on this weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, there is a film.
On Talking Pictures.
Called For the Love of Ada. And I love Irene Handel. Another sort of comedy she made was Maggie and Her, with her and Julie Mackenzie. And she's amazing in it.
You loved that, didn't you? Has that got a song that I used to sing?
Someday soon,
I'm gonna find my own way. Someday soon. Someone's mentioned Sheila Fern is great in George and Mildred.
Sorry. Sheila Fern, it was.
I think the joy of Sheila Fern is she's a little bit rubbish, like
Oh
Sally
no,
Thompson.
she's not. She's part of. They all support each other. You know. I mean, we're not saying all wonderful actors, but you know. So yeah, for Love of Ada, if you've not seen it, I think one of the channels shows it. I think something like Yesterday is one of the channels that shows it.
Lots of people are Team Alan, I think. BG Bears never watched Seinfeld or The Office. Alan's winning. Dave wants to know if we've seen the US version of The Office. I don't think Alan's watched all of The Office, the UK
I've seen
version.
some, and some have extras. I love it. I love Gervais in the one he's just done recently. Afterlife.
Although we didn't like the last series, did we?
No, I thought it was a bit of a letdown.
In fact, the last 2 series were a bit let down.
Yeah.
The US version of The Office I've watched. It's one of those things I watched when I was travelling. I like it. I do like it, actually. I think we could do quite a good spoof of the US version of The Office. But, yeah. Alan ain't seen it. It's not his cup of tea. My number 3, I'm going to lose you all. So you officially are going to be Team Alan after this one. My number 3 is Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. So Garth Marenghi's Dark Place is a show from, I guess, about 2004. It's only 6 episodes. It's just a brilliant show, and it's almost like you've got the DVD with the director's commentary of a TV show from the 80s called Dark Place, which was written by a horror writer called Garth Marenghi, and it's a little bit like Space 1999, Doctor Who. It's just this really trashy show set in a hospital, and they interview the actors now talking about what it was like when they did it. I just love it. It makes me laugh. It makes me howl with laughter. Dark Place. So yeah, that's my number 3.
My number 3 is The Royal Family. It can't. I mean, what Caroline Aherne did there was amazing. You know, just a family sat in front of a TV, episode after episode. Never got boring. Some great little Christmas specials. I grew up on an estate. I knew a lot of families like that. Even my family was a bit like that. Sat watching the TV. You know, talking about day-to-day life, and you know, they had somebody dodgy coming in trying to sell us fags. Or...
Yeah, because we didn't really have that, especially when we were teenagers, because we all had our own little bedrooms and TV. So we would come home and kind of go, and my dad would work late, so we never really had that kind of family round.
And you'd have somebody knock on the door wanting to tap something.
Beverly Macca.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't too keen on the episodes that weren't around in the house, like the camping one.
Yeah, that's so. Royal Family is on my list as like a near miss, and it's because I think there are episodes which aren't brilliant. So it's got some episodes, and they tend to be the specials later on. Even the one with Dave with the Christmas meal, and I love his parents in it. You know, it's Helen Fraser and Tom Courtenay, but it just feels like it's a joke too far.
But the ones in the Royal Family house themselves, I think they're amazing. I mean, when Denise is having a baby and everything.
Amazing. That whole scene, that scene in the bathroom, and it's the first scene we see outside of the kitchen or the lounge, isn't it?
Yeah, and then also the wedding, when Nana's dying. Well, any episode with Nana in really is amazing. Oh, and when they bring the girlfriend round with the parents, Valerie and
and Valerie's had her boobs done, and they all look at Valerie's boobs.
Amazing. So I could watch them all day. Yeah.
I could. Royal Family for me, it's right up there as a favourite. It didn't make my list because there's some rogue episodes that I think are a bit weak.
And I watched their documentary they made, and they say that Caroline would rent an office to go and write in, but she never used to use it. She used to just ring up Craig and say, "I'll just come round to my house. I'll put the cat on. We'll do it here."
We saw them once, didn't we, outside Soho House, having a cig, and we really wanted to go up and talk to them. Days before mobile phones, we couldn't do a selfie, but we bottled it.
And they said that they just go around and instead of writing, they just watch like Jeremy Kyle and all that, and then write after that.
It's great. Do people know Early Doors, which is Craig Cash's sitcom, which is again
that's very funny.
Almost made my list. It's 2 series. It's set in a pub. It's up there. It's a good one. Lots of love for the royal family. A little bit of love for Garth Marenghi's Dark Place came in, so I'm not completely losing everyone. Number 4, I might gain you back here. Number 4 for me.
Number 4,
is...
number 2.
Number 2, sorry.
Oh, wait.
Number 2, 4th on my list. Number 2 is Fawlty Towers. Fawlty Towers makes me laugh till I ache. 6 episodes again. There's not a bad one in it. They're all like little mini plays. I think that's what I quite like about it. Is it's very theatrical. It's kind of like almost like the set is like a stage set, and it's like a farce, isn't it? All the running in and out and the stock characters. Yeah, I love it. Fawlty Towers has to be up there. And of course, we did a skit of Fawlty Towers, spoof, homage, pastiche, which is out there. And to do that, we tried to get a character from every episode. And yeah, when you're doing that and researching it, you just remember how funny it is, how every episode is just gold.
I like it also that they only made those episodes. They didn't want to make any more, did they?
No, it was like The Office is kind of like that. It's sort of like almost, it's perfect. Let's leave it there.
Yeah, let's not like, was it called Jumping the Shark?
Yeah, Jumping the Shark is when in Happy Days, the Fonz decides to water ski over a shark in the bay and do a jump. And it's like the writers went too far. So when a sitcom goes, when they go too far, it's they've jumped the shark. No, some hate for Fawlty Towers coming in. Well, not people saying never got it, don't like it, can't be doing with Fawlty Towers. But yeah, I love it. Communication problems with I can't remember her name. Joan Sanderson.
What?
CK, what?
I'm not fighting. That's a handbag.
Little thing hanging out. Thomas went to see the Early Door live show.
Oh,
I bet it was great, Thomas.
Oh, that would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because
like
it's
a
again
set.
just a flat set. We've thought about doing a video of Early Doors, so that might pop up because I think we'd be really good as some of those characters.
I love the nana upstairs.
Yeah, with a little
box of chocolates, which is
doesn't she have a little
asthma
thing that do like whistles when she
see her face light up with cherries all gold. My number 2 is One Foot in the Grave. Oh, I think it's so funny, so wonderfully written. There's some corkers of episodes there. Sometimes you think, wow, why has he got a massive fly? Why is he picking up a dog instead of a telephone? And it's just so funny. Some of the writing is amazing in that. I still have never seen the last episode where he gets run over. So
Alan won't watch that last episode.
I won't watch it.
I've seen it.
Because then I know it's the end of him. So I've got the box set, so I watched them all, but I can't watch that last one.
Hannah Gordon. Hannah Gordon kills him.
Oh, there's some great. I mean, the other day I was watching the one with George from Georgia Military was in it, where he turns up with 2 boys and they sort of eat the family out of house and home.
Oh yeah, is it a Christmas special?
I think so.
I'm gonna move that over here.
And they find out that the boys aren't with them.
Oh yeah,
they're not George's sons. They're just horrible oiks from the estate who come and eat all the jam tarts.
Martin Garton Spencer said Mrs. Warboys is a gem of a character.
Oh.
Alan's met Mrs. Warboys. You spent quite a bit of time chatting to her, didn't you?
Well, her granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
They came around the museum, and but the episode where him and her get their foot stuck in a bag of cement, and they're dragging it, and the alien egg. Oh, yeah.
Janine Dvotsky's brilliant in it.
Everybody's brilliant in it.
Yeah.
So funny.
I hadn't watched it before I met Alan, and I guess in like 2006, 2007, something like that, you were watching them all, weren't you? You got them on DVD, and then I sort of started watching them. I kind of avoided them. I don't know why.
It's just funny, both of them. Him and what's the name? Annette Crosby. This is number 1 now.
Well, I'm going to give you the rundown. In 5 was Seinfeld. In 4 was The Office. At 3, a new entry from Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. At 2, we had Fawlty Towers. And in Jamie's top spot is Mum.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, wow.
I loved it. 3 series. Just, I love the writing of it. I love the acting in it. I think Leslie Manville is amazing. And I watched it with my mum. So it's kind
She
of got a
your mum
nice,
loved it,
yeah,
didn't she?
it's got a nice little memory of watching it with her, and she loved it. And I just love it. It's really gentle. The characters are great. The sister-in-law who works at Waitrose is just brilliant.
Oh, she is funny, isn't she? She might be my favourite.
Yeah, it's not a supermarket. It's Waitrose. I just love it. It's just each episode is kind of real time, and it's just brilliant. I love it. If you've never watched it, Mum, it's a BBC show. It came out about 5 years ago. There's 3 series of it, and it's about a new Leslie Manville, who's newly widowed. So the first episode is kind of the funeral of her husband, and she's got a son who's got a really funny girlfriend, a brother and sister-in-law, and then there's this guy that she's falling in love with, and it's a really sweet, gentle, beautiful little show.
And her in-laws, the sort of
the
OEPs who swear a lot.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's a really good show, and again, it's kind of, I was looking for shows that there wasn't a weak episode, and Mum, there is not a weak episode.
My number 1 is
do the boo do go through the mall do.
Shall I tell you what else I had?
Go from number 5 down.
Okay. George and Mildred was number 5. For the Love of Ada was number 4. The Royal Family was number 3. One Foot in the Grave was number 2. And my top place, which I could never live without, is Are You Being Served? I just love it. Love it, from episode 1 to the final one when it's gone a bit dodgy. Love it. Molly Sugden.
It's a great cast, isn't it? Wow,
yeah.
What a cast.
John Inman, Molly Sugden. All the little stories, all the little gimmicks there. I mean, the fact that they have to like put on Punch and Judy shows, or they have to make adverts, they have to become a pop band. They have to love it.
Alan, people are loving your choices. I told you wouldn't like my choices. I mean, I love most of the shows Alan's mentioned. I love as well. I just think they've got weak episodes, which is why some of them didn't make my list.
And the ones before, Acorn Antiques, Open All Hours, Only Fools and Horses, and Nearest and Dearest with Hilda Baker.
My near misses were Dinner Ladies, The Royal Family, and Car Share.
Oh yeah, Car Share was funny.
Yeah, but again,
Dinner Ladies was
a few
really...
little weak episodes.
Dinner Ladies was great. Oh yeah.
But again, like Mark's just said, Mark Wharton, it's hard to narrow it down to a top 5. It's really hard, and I think if you asked us next week, I'd have a different top 5.
But it's funny. I went online last week when we said we can do this, and all mine are really like quite low down in the list. It's all modern stuff, really. That people
when
love.
you look at the list of top sitcoms, yeah,
it's all modern stuff.
Ab Fab, I adore Ab Fab. I adore series 1, brilliant. I adore series 2. It's maybe my favourite. And then I think it just goes downhill a little bit. And then the last series I thought was awful. So that's why Ab Fab's not on mine. Gimme 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 I think is a really great show. Dave, Strangers with Candy is in Dave's top 5. But top 5 sitcoms, Dave. 6 Feet Under's not a sitcom, is it? I'd say 6 Feet Under's a drama. Might be a sitcom.
Is it comedy? Is it comedy drama?
Scylla has a Laura love for your list.
Oh well, yeah, a lot of people would.
Grace and Favour. Ian Allardyce wants to know, do you like it?
I didn't mind it. I mean, I did prefer Grace Brothers. That it was set in the department store.
Paul Esselmont stood behind John Inman in Boots in Little Venice, and when John Inman was leaving, he gave Paul a little cheeky wink.
Oh.
You went to John Inman's kind of memorial show, didn't you?
Yeah, it was great. Everybody was. Danny LaRue was there. They all came on one after another, did a sketch or talked about him, and a lot of the I've Been Served cast were there.
All the things you're suggesting are like way up there on our list as well. Dad's Army is a classic. The IT Crowd, I love certain episodes of the IT Crowd. Again, I think the IT Crowd is not consistently doing it.
You see, somebody just mentioned Alf Garnett. It was a bit political for me, But I love the characters. I mean, they had Patricia Hayes in it and Irene Handel. And I think Nikki's mentioned Rita Webb. Rita Webb was peppered through loads of comedies during the 70s. And she was so little brash Cockney. You know, it's those kind of characters you never forget. Up Pompeii, Frankie Howard.
Frasier, Getting On was great, wasn't it? With Joe Brown, Nearest and Dearest, Arrested Development, Keeping Up Appearances was mentioned. Night Thomas.
Night Thomas.
Thank you for joining us. Porridge. What did you think of the Are You Being Served remake with Sherry Hewson? Says Alex Johnston.
It wasn't bad. It was okay. Again, I'm not sure why they.
Why didn't they remake it now and set a new thing in a shop called Grace Brothers and see what happened?
I saw an episode in Australia online, and I think it was only John Inman that was in it that replaced everybody.
Nibbles and Bubbles. Do we remember Brushstrokes? Because of you. And May to December.
Yeah.
From May to December. May to December is one of those soaps, sitcoms. There's a few of them that me and Alan call Raspberry on the Carpet sitcoms. And they're very gentle, kind of middle class shows where someone goes, there's a raspberry
on the floor. And there's like canned laughter.
There's canned laughter, and then someone will come in and go, I feel like that raspberry. And then there's more canned laughter.
Like, was it Judi Dench and...
Judi Dench, Dear Henry, After Henry, or...
Oh no, what's it called? As Time Goes By.
As Time Goes By.
And Waiting for God. God, that was like
pulling
teeth.
We have a treat for you all. Hopefully you kind of enjoyed our video this weekend. As always, as a little special for the live gang, we are putting together the outtakes every week for you.
So Lombardelli says, please sir. Blankety blank, blankety blank.
Oh yeah, here she is, a set of Fine Romance. That's another Raspberry on the Carpet.
A fine romance.
We're going to show you the outtakes. So these are the outtakes from this weekend's video. Hope you enjoy them. See you on the other side.
Oh, hello. When I agreed to do this programme, I said to the BBC, well, get me a stripper in then. I wasn't expecting that.
So I've got my builders working on... Have you got the script, just so you can check I say it on?
I did a rag roll in Peach Melba Dulux after I saw an episode of Changing Rooms.
I tell you what, that's hot in here, isn't it? A couple of things got me eye on.
Yeah, I've got my builders working on assembling the furniture, papering a feature wall, adding a window sleeve.
Oh, I ate that dog.
You said it'd be ready at 3 o'clock and it's not. Quite frankly, I don't know what to do.
Gosh, for that.
What's the word for them? My
clients.
Now, my clients are June and Jim.
Your mother's teapot.
Calm, relaxing space.
Biggins or Tangina?
Wow, Mary. That's the kindest thing anyone's ever said. Can we do a selfie?
For best results, wear 2 coats. 2 coats? I said I'm following the instructions on the tin. For best results, put 2 coats on.
Hello, a goose egg.
2-2 crew.
So I've got my builders working on assembling the furniture, papering a feature wall, adding a window seat.
Suppose I've ever been to a girl. You know, live over in France. I love your orange bob. I want to put this somewhere. So.
Pretty.
It's a little pretty girl with a kitten. And a new bird.
These are the bitches. These are the I've got to get the voice right. It's my Scouse accent. These are... I can't do it. These are the... I can't do it. Why have you gone weird?
These are the bitches.
Oh,
I'll cut tea first. Have a break. Cut tea. I'll make that 27 inches from top to bottom. Yeah.
She doesn't think it works as a kitchen, but she loves the concept. Good job.
I'm from Morocco. You know, look, this little funky painting print. You can put that on the wall. Or... just like Britain Scarborough, isn't it? Yeah, so...
So you saw that the camera was knocked over then, didn't you?
Yeah, the camera fell over. We thought we'd broken it. It got caught. I went to get a picture that's kind of under the desk here, and it got caught in the cable for the microphone, and it just happened in slow-mo, and it just came...
No.
A lot of love for the grey wig.
Oh, it's a new wig.
Thank you for your tips.
And it's bought from a drag queen.
It's great. It's a lace front, so it's posh. For those of you who know wigs, yeah, it's terrific.
We had a lot of love for that video this week, haven't we?
Yeah, we've had a lot of love from the people who are... So this is a show that's starting on BBC. In fact, it's started now, but we're going to catch up tonight. And the contestants, so from the last 3 years, have all written to say how much they loved it, and they've been sharing it amongst themselves.
Night, Dame Sue Neal.
Night, Sue. And a couple of contestants from this year have started to watch it, have seen it and loved it. So I think they can't really mention as much because it's kind of taking the piss out of the show in a gentle way.
But that character that I played last, which was Hannah Glipter, played on the wallpaper name Hannah Glipter. That was loosely based on somebody.
Like, not loosely, like really based on...
She loved it, didn't she?
Yeah, the runner-up from last year, who's called Siobhan.
And we love her.
Who's just a brilliant, joyous, over-the-top, fabulous kind of northern girl. She's from Hull. Celebrates her body image, celebrates her loudness and brashness, wore wigs throughout the whole show. And anyway, she's a fan now. She loved it. Here she is, says, whenever we meet, if we meet, which we will, can we be dressed as common ladies? Because he likes us when we're a bit common. Hello, when we're a little bit thick and a little bit commons.
I'll be Sherry Stump if you want.
Did you not like my influencer? She made an appearance and she has like that sort of vocal fry voice, which is like a growl, which we've been talking about recently.
Love for your Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen and your Linda Barker. I thought they were amazing.
Yeah, I didn't think I was that good as Linda Barker.
Oh, you were funny. You were so funny.
We've had a joke with Erica, if Erica's still in, for 20 years, 25 years, about Linda Barker, that she used to have a posh northern voice. So she has a voice that she says things like, oh, they're lovely, lovely cushions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why she mentions lovely cushions.
Yeah, they should have... We should have had more of those two in.
Yeah, I didn't put them in because I'm a little bit shy.
He wrote that one. So.
Yeah, I wrote that sketch. We've got something planned for this weekend, which is looking good. So we film it on Saturday and then we'll edit it on Sunday and get it out to you. Kelly Hoppen was funny.
Hop on, hop off.
Yes, Kelly Hoppen.
Yes, I would love it. Yeah.
Everything, she's like she's been gilded.
Yeah.
Dave is going. Dave! Bye-bye, Dave.
Goodbye, dear sir.
Dave's a detective, Dave DS. He's like a Magnum PI. So he's off to solve crimes. Good. We are gonna. They loved my DILF.
You always play good DILFs, don't you, with your cap and your bare arms?
I know. I can butch it up, can't I?
You can butch it up. Oh yeah. I liked our builders. They were funny, weren't they?
Yeah, we like doing our builders.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can't
What am I like with the builders when they come to the house? I don't butch it up, do I? Or do I?
No.
Do I go a bit camp?
Yeah, you go a little bit. Yeah, like.
I go and like hang out with them, don't I?
You go. So how do you hang a window?
Show me what you're doing with those wires, Dimitri. Do you remember the man who came and did our lights? How massive he was. I got hot under the collar.
Oh, you did, yeah. He was like he just sort of didn't.
He was huge. He was like a giant, and he had to fit through a little hole in our ceiling.
He didn't need a stepladder, did he?
No, and he just scroes through, and he did it was like I think there's someone in the X-Files who does this, who can sort of like bend their joints and go through little gaps. He was like that. Someone mentioned earlier Dragon's Den. We are planning to do a Dragon's Den, so that'll come up. I might be Deborah Meaden though, mightn't I?
You must be Will be.
I think I'm going to be Deborah Meaden. What did you call me?
I hope you didn't just call me Deb.
Nicola Rutting's favourite of the Rocky Horror show. We love doing that. That was a lot of fun. Just seeing if there's any messages come in that we should answer. Susan Landry loved the Abbey. We're going to revisit the Abbey, I think, Gabby Abbey. Yeah. We enjoyed that.
Gabby Abbey. Oh, I love you, Ben. I love you.
Richard Bobbin Stuffer says he was on 60 Minute Makeover. Was it your house being maked over, Richard? And if so, who was it?
Was it Andre?
Sweeney. Terry something from Hollyoaks.
The one with the bob. What's her name? Catherine G.
Who was it? Let us know. We have a delay, so we'll see your answer at some point. Alex Johnson, are you going to be watching the last run of Neighbours before it goes for good in August? I think we will tune in towards the end. I feel sad that it's closing, it's ending, but hopefully it will then go out brilliant on a high. Paul McFarlane has said, and it's in capitals, so he knows he wants me to see it. Jamie, will you reappear on Corrie now they're building a precinct? So they're building a whole new set in Corrie, this precinct, which I think is a perfect opportunity for Mo to return, my character Mo Greaves. I shared something on Twitter tonight about it, and it's a review that someone called me a smug little prince or something.
Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, a pedantic, smug little prince presiding over his kingdom. Yeah, it'd be good. Terry Dwyer was the host, and Craig Phillips hung Richard Bobbin Stuffer's TV. Richard, were you happy with your house, or were you a bit annoyed? And was it shoddy? Two answers.
I was worried it's going to peel off the walls because they just do it so quickly.
Claire Sweeney, of course, was 60 Minute Makeover as well. Oh yeah, Keith Wellens has seen there all the building going on at ITV. The precinct is going up.
I wonder if they're going to be all sorts of new characters then, won't they? Or new shops and new...
Richard BD's response, which I think speaks volumes, is I was happy with most of it. And he also says it takes longer than an hour.
And was it free? You didn't have to pay for any of it? Or do you have to sort of pay? Send it like a bill a week later?
No, it must be all free. Must be free. I've just reminded Caroline Ibbotson of that character in the X-Files that she'd forgotten.
Which one? Which was
the fellow who goes through little vents. Like
oh, dear.
He was like that. He was he was 6'6", 6'7", broad, big Greek electrician, and the hatch in our to go into the attic space over the bathroom is very little.
Yeah, it was really good. Really good value as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great. It was
Yeah,
good.
really good value. We'll use him again.
Oh yeah, we'll call him back in. It was all free, and it's very much pre-planned.
Oh,
Bob and
okay.
Stuffer.
Oh, it's good because I'd hate to sort of come back, you know, and then sort of, we've been round your house and done it. I was like, oh, I left my pants on the floor.
Yeah, you didn't go in that bottom drawer, did you?
Oh, you didn't bottom drawer, did you? Where the things are, you know.
It was all free. Have we done Midsummer Murders? We haven't really done any crimey, detective-y shows. We're planning some.
There's one in the pipeline.
So keep
which I'm
watching
writing,
this space.
which I think you'll all love. We've got one this week. We've got something this weekend. We have got Last of Summer Wine on the list. Somebody's just asked. We've got Sublock H on the list.
Sublock H will happen. It's such a big show for us that we kind of wanted to make it perfect, so we're a bit scared of doing it.
But I'm buying stuff at the moment, which, you know, is going to become part of our skit. And we obviously need, for Last of Summer Wine, we need outdoors. And they're obviously drilling up the road at the moment. So if it's a nice sunny weather and that's going on, we can't film because it just picks everything up. So we have to wait until that's done, and then we have nice weather in the garden. But we will do it because it's on the list and it's already written out in draft form.
And Brookie, someone's after Brookie. We're going to do Brookie as well. We even bought a book from eBay that Brookie the first 10 years.
Yeah.
So we could do it. My lovelies, we are going to head off because we've had technical issues tonight which have made it kind of
He won't want to go to bed
tricky.
until that's sorted.
So we're going to sort it out. As always, we're going to leave you with a little bit of Scylla. We're not going to do a lock-in, no.
No, unless
9:15.
We might. Should we stay till 9:30?
We'll stay till 9:30, but we're gonna kind of do the end, and then we'll hang out for 15 minutes at the end. But thank you for joining us, those who have. I know some of you are off to bed right now, so we'll hang around for 10-15 minutes afterwards for kind of impromptu questions about anything and everything. But we're going to leave you with our favourite. She's been in the chat all night, so here is a little bit of Scylla.
Have a lovely week.
Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself part of the family. We've taken to you so strong. It's clear we're going to get along. Consider yourself well in. Consider yourself part of the furniture. There is no lot to say. Who cares what? If it's a chance to be, we should see some holidays. Empty holidays, wild grass. Always a chance to meet somebody to foot the bill. Then the drinks are on the house. Consider yourself our mate. We don't want to have no fuss. For after some consideration, we can say, consider yourself one of us. Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself
Part of the family.
we've taken to you
So strong.
It's clear we're going to get along. Consider yourself well in. Consider yourself part of the furniture. There isn't a lot to share. Who cares what? Every got we share. Nobody tries to be la-di-da and uppity. There's a cup to see for all. Only a twice to be handy with a rolling pin when the landlord comes to call. Consider yourself our mate. We don't want to have no fuss. For after some consideration, we can say, consider yourself one of us. Betty's a
Oh, poor Scylla.
So
That
if you-
looked hard work, didn't it?
Oh, it did. If you're still in the lock-in, we don't know what that was. We think,
We think there must be a foster parents.
or they maybe had a textile factory and they were using teenage labour
I love it when normal people are made to sing.
and do a little bit of choreo.
Part of the furniture.
Some of you are still here. Oh, it's been tricky tonight. There's been technical stuff going on that obviously you can't see, but it's made it really difficult. And we can kind of hear a lot of feedback in our room, kind of a tinny sound. So it's difficult, isn't it?
It's the little angels.
Little angels. I'm going to have to look into it because I'm teaching next week. So I've got to sort it all out. Oranges and Oxo. Yeah, I hope someone tries the Orange and Oxo thing for us and reports back. JC would like to know, has Esme Young seen your impression of her?
I'm not sure. A lot of people said that they're going to try and pass it on to her. We haven't heard anything back. I think, has Patrick seen it?
I don't know. We know a lot of the sewers have seen it.
I mean, we know that the pottery throwdown, everybody's seen it. All the staff and all the
producers and but yeah, we don't know if Esme's seen it. I don't know. I think if Esme saw it, she'd say something.
I think she'd love it. She saw it. She's. I mean, Esme's going to be back. No doubt about that.
Yeah. We'll do something with Esme when the next series is on. I don't know what we might do. Maybe a little rundown of the week's episode or best bits. I don't know. Alex is going to try Oxo on an orange. You don't have to. It'd be amazing if you did. Caroline and Dale have just tried the Oxo and the orange.
The thing, it's not as bad as you think.
It tasted like Metatone Iron Tonic, which I don't know what that means.
Oh, like a bit like a vitamin pill, perhaps.
What's next week's top 5? That's the question. So that's over to the Lock-In Gang.
Puckering documentaries.
What do you want? Yeah, what do you want us to do a top 5 of? I don't know if I could do documentaries. Well, I could.
Well, I mean, like things like Tiger King's documentary.
Yeah, what do you want? What do you want us to do a top 5 of next week? You can be nichey, you can be general, and we'll choose one.
We've done films, haven't we? We've done musicals, we've done sitcoms.
Yeah, but we can do more nichey things. So like game shows, board games, top 5 horrors, weepies,
dramas,
game shows,
sci-fi,
cop shows, kids programs, plays, desserts, pop groups, soap cliffhangers.
Music will be weird for me. Mine will be weird.
Consumer programs, favourite songs from our childhood,
colours, Eurovision entries,
topping stones, matriarchs,
soap deaths.
What should we do? What do you want?
You can do soap operas. What was that?
Top 5 coping stones. Top 5 shows you loved as a kid. Sketch comedies. Diva performances. Prisoner characters. We're going to have to do a Prisoner night where we can be.
Yeah,
we can just have all the Prisoner fans.
That's probably what we've done. Prisoner video.
Yeah. Eurovision songs, Eurovision. We'll do that near a Eurovision.
Yeah, we must probably do another.
Top 5 wigs. Top 5 Aldi products.
We must probably do another Eurovision, won't we? Towards Eurovision.
Top 5 chodes.
I've not had many chodes in my life.
Should we do game shows? It's come about 3 or 4 times, and I think we could have fun with that.
Yeah, game shows.
Should we do top 5 game shows?
Yeah.
Yeah? Or reality stars? Oh, let's do reality TV stars, yeah?
Oh, should do reality TV / stars?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, top 5 reality TV personalities, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to write it down now so it's there. Just because I think we'll have more fun with that TV. So we go right back. We can go right back to the post, yeah?
I know mine. I know a few of mine, yeah.
We'll do game shows another week, yeah, but we're going to do top 5 reality TV people, personalities. Lots of people saying they want game shows now.
We'll do that the week after.
We'll do the game shows the week after. Yeah, so top 5 reality TV personalities.
Martin Garden Spencer's top 5 cancelled bus routes in Bristol.
Yeah, well.
Oh, I love how you are. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, buses. Yeah.
Can we do impressions with our answers? I don't know if we can do impressions of them all. I don't know if we'll be able to think of top 5 reality. Yeah, we will.
You will. You watch so much.
I know, but it's all crap.
But you have to go through that crap and find the best 5 bits of crap.
We will. I'll find. Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay. I think she'll be up there. Yeah, we'll have a think. Oh, Jade. Jade can't be in there because of her Chilpachetti gate.
No.
Well, I'll have a think. There's so much more than Big Brother. I've got to free my mind from Big Brother.
Oh yeah, there's loads of reality.
Gillian McShane, be careful what you wish for, because that has been recently in our minds, ticking over. And we've been thinking a lot about how to do it.
And it's very easily done, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's going to happen. Gillian had her headshots.
Gillian, there were beautiful photos.
I think there's one of them there. Right?
Yeah, she's written off to loads of casting directors.
You've just inquired about getting new headshots, haven't you?
Yeah. I told Gillian that I'm about to have some done.
Yeah, I haven't had headshots done for about 8 years now, so I'm due new ones. I'm definitely due new ones because I look a lot younger. But I'll mostly go to my guy in Manchester,
Doc Cox.
Angela Larson. So Jamie, what is your new job? It's over. It's done. It's finished. I did it. So Angela, I teach online. I teach companies stuff, and I was teaching emotional intelligence to a big kind of world conference. So I was teaching in 3 kind of time zones across 2 weeks at this emotional intelligence seminar to like a major company that I've just signed a global contract with, which is brilliant. But yeah, so that took up loads of my time, and now I've got another class coming up with them in 2 weeks' time. So suddenly my brain is now back into work mode, isn't it?
Because you design the course, don't you?
Design the course, write it, do all the supplementary material,
make videos for it,
that go along with it,
and then you do like all the visual stuff like charts and PowerPoint displays.
Yeah.
And Amma's little guinea pig.
Yeah, so Alan has to come up, and if Alan can understand it, then I know anyone can understand it. No, you know what I mean, because I don't want to make it too conceptual or too it has to be relatable to anyone. So yeah, I'm doing data journalism is the next class, which is in 2 weeks' time.
About storytelling, isn't it?
Yeah, like using how to take graphs and charts and facts and stats and
I'm a storyteller.
Weave it into a story to make
and my stories must be told.
I'm your hand. So that's taken up a lot of my time, really, and a lot of my brain power is going into all that. But that was the job. It was a big gig for me to get this. I had to pitch against lots of big companies with lots of people, and I'm just a little sole trader. But I got it, and I did it, and it was a huge success. So that's why we were out celebrating.
Somebody just mentioned that perhaps if we do that live, that we could look at carrots that are in the shape of chodes.
We could do.
I love all the bit when they used to get out on the streets and Esther would interview people and go, "Have you tried edible undies? Would you like to eat some?"
I wasn't teaching in Russia, but the company I work for does have offices in Russia and the Ukraine, and obviously, they're just trying to make sure their staff are safe. They don't have a big dealings in Russia, but they do have in the Ukraine definitely. So fingers crossed they're out and safe, and it's all right.
Yeah.
Do a look and read skit with Dark Towers and the Boy from Space. The Boy from Space was wicked, wasn't he? And Wordy. Alan can be Wordy floating around. Was Wordy dark look and read, or was Wordy words and pictures maybe?
Was he like a triangle, like a cone, used to float with boots on?
Yeah, he had a little typewriter on his belly.
Was it one where you used to spell words out?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's hands with little eyes on.
Pete Potofsky has just joined, and the word chode was the first thing he heard. Pete, how was Sue Pollard?
Oh yeah, you met Sue Pollard, didn't you?
You went to see Sue Pollard at Pizza Express, doing her one-woman show. How was it? We were so jealous.
Did he send up the photos as well, didn't he?
Yeah, on Instagram we saw it. Wordy was words and pictures. and the cone was Whizbit.
Oh, was it Whizbit? That's what I remember. Yeah.
Whizbit was like a drug trip.
I saw Pipkins the other day, and God, he looked like giving me nightmares.
Sue Pollard has a filthy mouth, apparently. We were so jealous of you seeing it. An evening with Sue Pollard, being a wonderful self.
I'm so glad that she's still around, making everybody happy and smile.
She's one of those wicked people who kind of just celebrates how absolutely bonkers she is.
Yes, and she doesn't care. She's just happy, and she's in her 70s now, but she's just still a rainbow. She's a walking rainbow, that woman.
Yeah, I wish more people were like that, just able to. I've been on a journey these last 2 years, really, haven't I? And kind of got a lot more proud of being who I am in front of people. I used to hide a lot of stuff when I was teaching.
Well, you do when you're teaching, don't you? Because you're putting a front on, aren't you?
Yeah.
But a lot of you write to us and tell us, I'm thinking about going to acting, or I'm thinking about doing YouTube videos. We tell you, do it. Don't wait for it to happen. Just do it. You won't fail. You just put your stuff out there. We're happy to have a look at any stuff you want to put up there. We'll give you feedback. But yeah, just do it.
Just do it. See what happens. And do you know what? You won't be everyone's cup of tea, and that's life. That's life. Do.
But you'll be a lot of people's tea.
Yeah, and you just delete.
You will
delete and block and move.
You
on
will
when
find
people
your
are
own following. So if you're thinking about doing sketches, or just do it. Keep them short at first. Keep them sweet, short and sweet. Get yourself a good video camera. Yeah, a lot of people are doing it. A lot of people are succeeding. So go for it.
Good. Jason's just saying he's confident. So I've been so confident with my DJ nights of late, and because of that, things are really starting to happen.
Yeah, Jason.
Life has to
Yeah,
go.
we've been chatting to Jason for months now, and he's doing wonders with his shows, and he's got himself a nice little niche there. What with the 80s music and also the Eurovision, and he's such a funny bloke. He's so witty and funny. So he's going to go far. So yeah.
And we're going to be hanging onto his coattails, trying to get a PA with us coming on in manky drag.
Yeah.
Gillian McShane says, and you won't be wondering what if.
Yeah, exactly. And Gillian's doing it. She's sent us stuff off to casting directors. It doesn't hurt. Just send your stuff out there.
And I think Melanie Farley is talking like the Aspidistra in the adventure game. She's talking backwards. Doogie Rev. And Jimmy Riddle, he's there. He says, do it. YouTube's a great platform. You never know what it would need. And Nibbles and Bubbles, who've, I think, gone to bed, but, they're out there putting stuff out.
In the Facebook room, there's Nikki Baxter. She sort of said, have a look at this little sketch I've created. And it was hilarious. It was so funny. And I think I said to her, keep up with it. Get it out there.
Just get it out there. Just do it and see what happens. And
if we can do it, you guys can do it. We were petrified at first, weren't we?
Yeah, we didn't want to share it to the public, what we were doing. It was really just for our friends and family. And we were really scared of putting it out there.
We were nervous as hell. We thought, will they get our comedy? Will they get our humour? Because the stuff we give you in the videos, we didn't normally do that, did we? In a normal day.
No, but it was
in our normal careers. We weren't.
But how amazing was it for us during the pandemic to do that every day, to have like a little project on. We I know the pandemic was horrible for so many people, but actually I kind of I loved it, the lockdown with you, and creating every single day, doing stuff. And
you'll find that it'll be your friends and family will love it first, and then it will move on, and they'll start sharing it. And in the end, you'll find that there's complete strangers around the world writing to you and saying, "Look, you're great. You will get some bad stuff."
And sometimes your friends and family won't like it, and they'll be your worst judges. And it doesn't matter, they know a version of you that might not be the you that your friends know. So get it out there, do it. Someone mentioned Cilla said, and now look at us, we're being haunted by Cilla Black now. That wouldn't have happened if we hadn't put ourselves out there.
Yeah, and Cilla's
Here she is.
Scylla's an icon.
And here she is. She's out there doing it, and she says, "Have you got any advice for me, girls? We don't."
You don't need any
love."
advice. I was watching you and Sue Hodge, the one you and it was hilarious.
If you guys have not watched Here She Is' interviews, it's a beautiful kind of half-hour show, and it's really, there's a formula to it which is perfect. A bit of a joke at the start. There's the interview on the bed. They watch a clip show, which is always my favourite bit. And it's just good humour, it's stinging humour, which is brilliant. And Here She has a memory like we do of classic little moments from shows, and they are peppered throughout it.
And the celebrities he interviews, they lap it up. They love it, don't they?
Yeah. I don't know. Any advice? Here She Is. I mean, Here She Is a legend. Advice? I don't know. I don't know, what advice do we have? I don't have any advice. We wish we had, we knew how to work social media like a lot of people do.
Yeah.
We don't understand it as well as I think other people to get our videos to have more subscribers and more hits. But saying that, and I say this to Alan, we're kind of happy with the gang we have, because I think if we did get more hits, then we'd invite more hate, and that's,
But we're happy with hate. We're happy with people being horrible to us. We've dealt with a lot of weird situations, but when you've dealt with it, you've learned from it, and if people don't like you, then they can move on, and then that'll be replaced with people who do like you.
There you go. Stuart Lucy Evans says, "How do you know where the line is between funny and rude?"
I don't know when they. I mean, he'll must be telling me that's too far.
Yeah.
I was very worried about the nuns because a lot of it is and then we hear from people saying, "My God, you were quite tame compared to some of the nuns I've met."
I don't know. I guess you just know. My mum and dad watch our stuff, so I have to be happy for them to watch it. So there's a line that we can't go over, but there is definitely a line we can tread and toy with and play with, and then hopefully people can watch it on different levels. And the nuns, it was rude, but it wasn't horrible, and there was a lot of gentle kindness to the nuns. So the Sister Mimsy character was kind of the opposite of Alan, so I think that would kind of weighted it out.
The reason why the nuns worked out the way they did is one day we just did a bit of improv for one of our lives, and I thought, well, let's do a nun who's the complete opposite to what a normal nun would be. So let's make her crass. Let's have her wear diamante glasses. Let's have her, enjoy drinking. And
here we go. Helen said it's funny because it isn't cruel. I think that's true. I'd hate what we do to ever be seen as cruel by anyone. So it always has to be affectionate. We have to kind of like what we're doing, so it's not like a stingy piss take.
Yeah.
There has to be a warmth behind it. I think that's what Here She Is so good about, is that the person's there with him, so they know that he has an affection for them. And he says theatre, he's chatted to them before and said, "Do you know what? I'm gonna be horrible to you, but this is theatre. This is fun. This is joyous. Let's have a laugh about it." Here She Is says, "Honestly, love the haters because they get bored because all he replies is #you said it, #telling me."
And the haters tend to be people who sit on their arse and they do all with their lives. So,
Alex says, we work well because there's two of us, we work off each other. If I did it on my own, I wouldn't be as funny, I don't think. I don't know. Alan does a lot of stuff on his own. Like Divinity. Sherry Stump's kind of... she has, I guess, Brandy to bounce off.
Yeah.
But
sometimes you need that. You need a little stooge. You need, something. But you just find your own rhythm. You find your own... Jamie sometimes worries about some of the things he does, but then he's got me to tell him, no, he's great. Do exactly what you're doing, and don't hold back, and do and he does the same to me, don't you?
Yeah, and we all we do reach out to the people that we pastiche and stuff.
So if you're thinking of doing your own videos and your own humour and your own comedy sketches, just do it. That's my advice. Just plan it, record it, and put it out there and see how it goes. You can always delete it if you don't like it, or if the feedback's not great. But you'll find out that a lot of people are really supportive.
I think on that note, we shall say goodnight and goodbye. We have just watched Yellow Jackets on telly, which was really good. So if anyone's looking for something to binge, Yellow Jackets, it was on Sky. It was great.
And we watched another Sheridan Smith being another mam.
No Return.
A big another Northern mam this week.
It was all right. Once you've seen her be one Northern mam, you've seen them all. All right, my love. Leslie J. Wright, have I ever thought about shaving the beard off for artistic purposes?
You did thought last week, didn't you?
I did. You know, if my agent asked me to shave it off, I'd shave it off. If I was getting paid, I'd shave it off for a certain role. But just for this, nah. It adds to the humour.
We're all beard blind now.
Yeah, it's funny. Agnetha from ABBA with a beard. I think it's funny. All right, my loves.
Have a lovely week. Lots of love to you and yours. Keep sending your messages, your lovely photos, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.